bawat team na naririto. Salamat po sa pagpapaundak na sumali kayo sa first season po ng FEBL. Salamat po sa pagtitiwala nyo. Pinapangako namin, lalo pa namin pagagandahin po ang ligang ito hanggang matapos po.
Gives it Zodiacal with a quick goal! Gets that shot to go! Zodiac.
We're down to the last game of our 4-game slate this Wednesday. Nandito pa rin po tayo sa Central Recreation and Fitness Center in Barangay New Era, Quezon City. This is the Far East Basketball League. Kami naman, muli po, Ken Pangalinan, Coach Mark Dandan, and Angelica Sarmiento. And for our game for today, it's the Rizal Technological University going up against the Pic Commandos. And again, let's take a look at our participating teams. Coach Mark, kanina nakita natin a colorful game between itong Arandia College and the undefeated na AUF.
Well, if it's any indication ng quality ng mga laro natin dito, very tough, very physical, very competitive, most importantly. And a lot of these teams are, wala pa tayong masyadong blowouts eh. Except for earlier because kulang nga itong Arandia College Rhinos.
And you saw the rest of our field here. 10 teams ang kabilang dito. At pag-usapan ulit natin ang ating tournament format, Coach Mark, because, again, it's gonna be a long tournament for all of our teams.
It's a long season because with 10 teams, double round robin. So each team will have 18 games to play in the regular season. And the top 4 will advance to the playoffs with the first and second seeds having a twice-to-be advantage. The winners of the semifinal round will advance to our best of 3 championship series.
Yan yung kaabang-abang para sa ating mga team. Sino kaya yung mapupunta sa finals? And we'll find out in just a bit. As now, ito nga for RTU, no? Jeff Antion played in his first game, double-double agad para dito sa RTU, as well as John Proles who had 10 points, 5 rebounds.
No, that was their last game. I covered it. They were playing against Arandia. They were leading, itong RTU muna. RTU played well, but to their standards, kulang pa rin. You know, talking about Coach Ty Washington and Coach Mandel Martires, hindi sila convinced na yun yung best capable game nila in their last game. And play to watch Jeff Antion, 11 points, 13 boards, big double-double against the College of St. Catherine. But they're looking to bounce back with a more impressive performance dito, talking about RTU Blue Thunders.
And John Peroles as well, chipping in across the board, 10 points, 5 rebounds, 3 assists, samahan mo pa dyan, 3 steals against St. Catherine.
All-around performance from Proles. Another important cog in the machine para dito kay Coach Mandel and Coach Ty. And on the other side, we're going to talk about the Pic Commandos. Played very well for 35 minutes against the Arandia College, but fell against the might of the Querido brothers. But no shame in how they played. Very competitive, and the coaching staff was very intense, led by Marvin Felix. 16 points, 2 rebounds, 5 assists, really showing up and proving himself to be one of the best point guards here in the FEBL. And look for him to have another great game to lead his team. And another guy we need to watch is Errol Carrete in their last game. 10 points and 5 rebounds to go with 3 assists. You know, he's an undersized 4 guy, but he plays well, especially defensively. He's a key cog for their defensive rotation.
Trying to bounce back from their close loss. Let's turn it over to Gio Cruz for our starters.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Central Recreation and Fitness Center here in
New Era, Quezon City for the continuation of Far East Basketball League Season 1. It's the main game of today's Saturday's quadruple header featuring the Pic Commandos and the RTU Blue Thunders. Now let's meet the starters, beginning with the Pic Commandos. Starting guard number 31, Jonard Paralejas. Honor guard number 6, Jigs Garovillas. At forward number 56, Jonathan Sanchez. At forward number 23, June Atanza. And at center number 22, Jeffrey Benaventura. Head coach, Erickson Relox. And here are the starters from the RTU Blue Thunders. Starting guard number 19, Jeff Antion. Under guard number 25, Stephen Turawa. At forward number 7, Anton Nitura. Under forward number 1, Jethro Diet. Playing center number 30, Jericho Harabejo. Head coach, Mondel Martinez, assisted by DJ Washington. Our game officials, crew chief, Carlos Sebastian, umpire 1, Francis Oliveros, and umpire 2, Journey Sevillano. This is the Far East Basketball League Season 1. Kami naman!
Our starters on your screens for RTU, Daet, Nitura, Habarejo. We also have there, ito si Steven Toralba.
First
Jeff
corner.
Antion on the side naman of the Pic Commandos. Pacaleas is in there with Sanchez, Adanza, Buenaventura. First shot of PIC is no good, but Buenaventura doing work in the interior.
Buenaventura played well off the bench in their last game. He's an undersized big, but he works very hard underneath.
Garomillas is also part of that starting 5 ni Coach Erickson Relox. Meanwhile, Daet in and out on that 3-point attempt. PIC Commandos at 1-1, while RTU with a 2-1 record. And much like the first game, immediately frantic pace to this one. Susugod sa loob si Daet. Fight for the loose ball, controlled by Buenaventura. PIC, like we said, they were already up by 6 against Aranda in their last game, under 7 minutes remaining, and then hit a drought and was outscored 17-6 by the Rhinos. As Buenaventura doing work, and he gets fouled.
It's an interesting starting lineup for Coach Erickson Relox of PIC. He doesn't have Felix, he doesn't have Clarete, who are usual starters for him here to begin the game.
Oo, sila Strong, sila Clarete, Serenio. Mga nag-start yan in their previous game. Felix as well. Very different look nga ito, no? And coming off that tight game against Aranya where it had 8 ties and 14 lead changes. But one thing, Coach Mark, that really hampered their progress was the lack of rebounding. They were out-rebounded by 18, especially si yung Querido brothers. No? So, siguro yung train of thought ni Coach having Buenaventura start this ball game para dito sa PIC.
I guess this is why this group is starting, because of their defense.
Ooh, the layup! And that will be converted by Jonard Paralejas. Different type of energy, no? Yung pinapakita agad nila dito.
In the last game, they started with a bigger lineup to combat nga yung malaking front line ng Arandia Rhinos. But this time, it's much smaller but quicker. And what a pass!
Backdoor play. And Inigo Nitura will troop to the line for 2 shots.
I was about to say Cyrus Nitura, the wrong brother.
Kapatid niya yun.
Kapatid.
1 of 6 siblings. Itong mga Nitura. Marami po sila. 6 po sila magkakapatid.
Lahat athlete.
Yes, lahat athlete. 3 babae, 3 lalaki. And would you guess? The 3 girls play volleyball, the 3 boys play basketball.
Ang tanong ko dyan gaano kalaking rice cooker sa bahay?
Di ba?
Pag galing ensayo lahat yun.
Siyempre, luto yan ni Tita Marie Nitura, who's a staunch supporter nitong mga anak niya, who are all exceptional athletes in their respective schools. 8-second backward violation against PIC.
Great pressure defense. No trap. Just solid pressure forcing that 8-second violation.
Itong RTU naman, they won their last 2 games after losing against PCU on opening day. Won against St. Catherine 65-53. Antion played in his first game. Double-double agad. Toralba, high arcing three is good.
That's one guy you cannot leave open. You know, Stephen Toralba reminds me a bit of JV Casio. Not super athletic, not the quickest, but he will make you pay in different ways.
Has that outside jumper going. PIC tries to counter, and they do. Long two.
Not the usual orthodox jump shot that we're used to seeing, but if it works, it works.
Pang shot put eh. Tres ulit. This time Mintes against Toralba, and ball will swing over to the side of the PIC Commandos.
And sabi mo nga kanina, Ken, ang problema nitong PIC Commandos is they're rebounding, badly out-rebounded by Arandia in their last game. But they only do have two legitimate big guys, and one of them right now is starting in Buenaventura. And I don't see Sereno on the bench for PIC as well.
So the lack of size, very telling on the side of PIC. But judging from their moniker, the Commandos, alam mong lalaban to up to the end. Meanwhile, Toralba now has 5 early points for the Blue Thunders.
Ito magandang matchup pala pag naglaban tong PIC at PMI. Commandos versus the Admirals.
Meanwhile, Adanza unable to control the leather, but Buenaventura pirouettes inside, and he will head to the line for 2 shots. Buenaventura had that 14-point outing in their opening game against PLP. Medyo nag-struggle siya, no? In their last game against Arandia. Didn't have enough touches. Meanwhile, meron tayong report galing kay Angelica Sarmiento.
Coach Erickson Reloc still commended his players kahit nagaling sila sa pagkatalo on their last game against Arandia. He said it was a good fight and he is proud that his team were able to play composed and gave out good numbers, at para sa training nila, they made sure to focus on correcting their errors. Sa kabila naman, Coach TJ Washington said they have a short rotation for this game dahil nga most of his big men are not present today, and that is Escoto, Claudio, Escavides, and Gonzalez, and they are currently just 10 for today. But he said his players are well rested and fully charged because they let them have a quality time with their family before returning to training for our 2-week break. Sir Ken and Coach Mark.
Maraming salamat, Angelica Sarmiento. Medyo long layoff, no? After the postponement of games. It's good to be back. PIC though, up by 3, 9-6, under 6 minutes to go here in the first quarter.
So much like their last game against Arandia, starting well, especially defensively, and lacking nga itong front line. Sabi nga ni Angelica kanina sa report niya, lacking ang front line. So RTU, something they can take advantage of, and lucky bounce. Shooter's bounce.
Oo. Unlikely of bounces yung nangyari dun. Meanwhile, traveling whistled against PIC. It's important to note, Coach Mark, that they already converted 2 shots from beyond the arc, talking about tong RTU, because they struggled in that department in their last game against St. Catherine. Despite the win, only 2 out of 12.
And usually they're very good from the outside. One of their strengths, especially this guy, Stephen Toralba.
Sang unti nung attempt sila dun, ha? Only 12. Usually, especially you have Toralba on your squad, mahina yung 20 na pukul eh. Meanwhile, Toralba creating space and cashes in on that mid-range jumper. So lamang na dito ang RTU after trailing. This is now a 7-0 run for the Blue Thunders. Down low, Buenaventura. Muntik maagawan at tuluyan na nga napunta sa RTU ang possession. Toralba. Kick out, Daet drives baseline, up strong, and draws contact. 4 minutes and 26 seconds left here in the opening quarter. Si Daet, Gentro Daet, that is, playing that wing spot for Coach Mandel Martires.
I'm expecting Nitura and Toralba to have big games here in the absence of their front line. You know, it's very important, especially to si Toralba. He's usually puts up big numbers, but haven't really seen him explode dito sa FEBL.
Although he had 27 in their first game, talo nga lang sila against PCU. And siya rin, no? Medyo nag-struggle siya in their game against St. Catherine. We'll tackle more of that when we return here sa FEBL. Four-point lead, 13-9 RTU in the midst of a 9-0 blast. After trailing by 5 earlier. And now they apply pressure all the way to the backcourt. Felix is in. Pero nakaagaw na naman dito ang Rizal Technological University, Antion. Actually, that was a good pass from Detura.
Tumingin agad sa ring si Antion. That's why he lost control of that ball.
Merong foul na itatawag laban dito sa RTU. Jeff Antion whistled for the personal. Carlos Strong, his first appearance.
Had a very good game against Arandia. Limited minutes but had 10 points. Never missed a shot.
4 minutes to go. Cross-court pass. Si Bidol nasa loob na din, no? So, a formidable lineup inside. Bidol, though, missing on that bank shot. James Bidol averaging 18 points. Toralba. Almost a steal, but Stephen recovers. Three-pointer on its way. That shot clanking off the rim. Bidol tracks down the miss. Bidol going to Strong. Back to James. Marvin Felix asking for that side fist action. 6 sa kanila shot lock. Sasalaksak. Kick out pass. Drive baseline. Bidol trying to create space. Pero got caught stepping out of bounds.
Bidol also had a really good game against Arandia. Finished in double figures. And he really shoots that jump shot from the peak ng talon niya. See him later pag medyo napawisan na yun si Bidol. All his jumpers are really at the peak of his jump.
May naaalala rin ako dyan. Ang hirap iba na talaga coach pag tumatanda. Mahirap na mag-ano ng memory.
Kailangan natin ng Sustagen Premium.
Oo. Saka Black Mamba Energy Drink.
Yan.
Trinidad Mintes. The rebound secured and they go inside. Basket plus the arm para dito kay Rancer Serrano.
Now a 9-0 run by the Blue Thunders, establishing the inside presence of that offensive rebound. Great extra pass for Serrano, but fails complete the end one.
Pero itong PIC, napako na sa 9 dito. RTU really clamping on D. But a little over-aggressive on that steal attempt. Nasa tingin mo nangyayari dito sa PIC, Coach Mark? And they're having a hard time scoring against this pesky defense itong RTU.
No, exactly. That half-court defense, and even though Clarete makes that jump shot off the broken play, but the half-court defense, the pressure, and the ball denial has been giving PIC problems executing in the half-court.
Meanwhile, Trinidad cashes in from beyond the arc.
And that's one way to make the zone pay. Hit an outside shot.
Strong. Able to recover. The pass to Marvin Felix. Oh, ang ganda.
Ooh.
And now they find Bidol inside. Basket plus a foul.
A great extra pass. The pass by Felix and one more pass to Bidol. Takes the fake, gets the hit and one opportunity.
The patience of Bidol letting that defender fly by. Now a chance to cut this lead down to 4. James Bidol, 23 points, 4 rebounds against Arandia.
Well, mostly jumpers.
Piso-piso pala, no?
Oo.
Pressure applied by PIC. Sakasalaksak sa loob. Everything but the shot there for Serrano. Felix trying to amp up the pace. Bidol, what a move! Able to maneuver and score inside.
The high pickup and the sidestep for James Bidol. Too easy.
Putting an exhibition. Meanwhile, Trinidad high off the glass. It's good. And a free throw to boot.
Just giving Bidol a dose of his own medicine there. The ball fake, the high pickup. See it here. And the sidestep to the finish. Great move by Trinidad. Living up to the number, 77. Ito madami ang mga 77 ngayon. Ano? Bakit kaya? Dati hindi naman uso yung mga ganyang number.
Ano kaya yung mga susunod na numero na mapapauso, no? 2016. 4-point lead. 38 seconds remaining. Carlos Strong. Oh, the back door. And Bidol able to slip through.
It's always nice to see teams running backdoor plays. Kasi pag nagawa mo tama, napakaganda tignan.
Coach's dream yan. Able to execute. Get your player an open shot. Troles. Crossover denied. Carlos Strong off to the races. Lays it up and in. We are tied. As we wind down quarter number 1. Sagutan ng runs dito ang magkabilang kupunan. PIC led early. They had a 9-4 lead and then that 11-0 run by RTU. Pero ngayon tabla tayo at 20 all at the end of quarter number 1. Second quarter underway between RTU and PIC, and coach tied ball game at the end of the first quarter.
Offense was not a problem for both these teams. RTU shooting 50% from the field, PIC 66%. So hindi problema yun. The problem is getting stops for both these teams.
Running start for Marvin Felix. They have numbers. The dish at the last second para dito kay Carlos Strong. And an early timeout for Coach Mandel Martires, not liking what he sees. Now, RTU down by 2, 22-20. Look at this fast break off that steal. We'll be right back after this. Another steal from PIC. Coming off that timeout, something you don't want, Coach Mark.
And he burn an early timeout and then, kukroki si coach mo and he throw the ball away. Mapapakamot ka na lang kung ikaw ang coach.
Strong continues to sizzle. 7 straight points coming off the bench.
What an impact by Carlos Strong off the bench. Wala pang mintis.
Yeah. Actually came in late in the first quarter. Ngayon, PIC has the momentum. Great recovery. And the basket galing dito kay Errol Clarete.
11-0 run, bridging the first and second quarters here for PIC Commandos. And RTU doesn't know what hit them.
They go inside. Proles! Pinagpakilag yung depensa doon. And he will have one more at the line.
And this is where RTU misses their regular front line. They're not getting the rebounds, which allows PIC to get out on the fast break. And usually they get second opportunities. And we see the first quarter stats for the Commando, 66% and 8 rebounds. So that's what you want if you're Coach Erickson Rolex there. That's the start that you want. Pero again, much like their last game against Arandia, naubusan sila ng gasolina no fourth quarter. Can they sustain this?
Meanwhile, free throw was missed. RTU applying pressure all the way to the backcourt. Kanina, no, at least during their run, had those steals, but PIC seems to have solved this, as I say that, they turn the ball over. Pero yun nga, meron na silang sagot somehow dito sa pressure defense itong RTU.
The key there is the passing itong PIC. The same thing here for RTU. Overpassing nga lang in that instance, but you don't see them dribble too much, both these teams. They don't dribble against the zone press. And they pass very well. Walang nakatingin sa baba, walang nakatalikod sa ring.
Turnover. Strong again, leaks out. This guy, probably one of the fastest in terms of foot speed dito sa ating liga.
9 points. Carlos Strong and another steal completed.
Oh, the momentum just clearly on the side of PIC right now. 15-2 blast. They have established a 9-point lead. Approaching the 7-minute mark of the second quarter rather. Getting the stop there were the Commandos. Yun yung key, no? Just holding itong RTU to one shot. That's something that they failed to do last time out against their opponent, itong Arandia. They gave them a lot of second chance opportunities. Tapos ang dami ding free throw attempts ng Arandia during that game. 41 free throws. Every time you give, especially 27 attempts from the Querido brothers alone, that's gonna be a recipe for disaster if you're PIC.
Well, it helps na walang malaki Querido brothers maglaro dito sa RTU ngayon. Sabi nga ni Angelica sa report in the first quarter, absent yung main front line nitong RTU Blue Thunders. So that's one thing going for PIC. Hindi sila nabubugbog sa ilalim tulad ng last game nila.
So trying to run their offense. Inside, Francisco gets the friendly bounce. Great two-man game between him and Felix.
And another big run here. We'll see the replay. Almost the steal. Recovers itong si Clarete. Finishes on the other end. And the hustle by Felix, forcing RT to another timeout here in the second quarter.
Carlos Strong, who scored 12 points in their last game, is a big fan of SGA from NBA na madami nga nagsasabi he looks like him. This young player is a rookie of PIC at alam nyo ba na he just learned to play basketball during the lockdown sa Quezon Province, and look at the progress. This is a perfect example that if you like what you're doing, getting better at it will be easy. Ken and Coach Mark?
Agree ba, Coach Mark? Kamukha ni Shea Gilgius Alexander.
Right. Andun yung braids, yung headband.
Dreadlocks.
Diba? The armband nandyan din. Pero tignan natin nilaro. So far, scoring-wise,
Oo.
mala SGA. 9
Kita mo
points
naman.
agad.
Ayan. Tatakbo. Oh, what a pass! Felix almost! That would have been a highlight. Instead, he will head to the line for 2 shots.
Muntik na po malaglag si Ken sa upuan niya. On that layup by Felix.
Saka yung pasa kasi, Coach
Oo.
Mark.
Talk about the passing nitong si Carlos Strong. He has 2 assists coming off very simple pero very effective passing.
So yung ploy, no, ni Coach Erickson na getting PIC, these 2 guys, si Carlos Strong and Marvin Felix off the bench together. Very dynamic backcourt ang meron itong PIC.
Nag-iba yung timpla ng laro nung pumasok na itong si Bidol, Strong, Felix. Sabay-sabay.
Yeah.
And Clarete.
Toralba playing off the ball. Receives the pass. Nitura attacks the paint. Trying to drop it off. Toralba takes that free. Nitura getting that offensive rebound. Lobs it up. What? Harabelo unable to convert.
Sorry miss for Harabelo. Point blank off a great pass by Nitura.
35-22. Bakers doesn't lead for the Commandos. Approaching the halfway point of the second quarter. Strong takes that free. Can't get that one to fall. Forward pass ni Tura to Toralba. Di talaga sila makakonvert itong RTU, ha?
May takip yung ring dito sa Blue Thunders.
Actually, good pass from Nitura. Good intention. Felix pulls up. Fight for the ball. Controlled by Antion. Nitura bringing down the ball. Kick out. Toralba. Right corner triple. Antion. Oh, the strong putback from Jeff Antion.
Makikita mo itong RT the past few possessions despite the misses. They're playing with a lot more force.
Bidol left open. Short. Running start. Sasalaksak si Serrano. Sorry, that was Soriano for the Blue Thunders. Like you said, no? Playing with force, with pace. RTU. Especially that they're behind. That's something that they need to do more of. Soriano at the line.
You have to credit itong coaching staff ng PIC. Obviously, doing their homework, watching last game nitong RTU. Actually, all the games ng RTU, of course, pinanood nila yan. Understanding that RTU's been struggling from the outside, especially against the zone defense. And it's no coincidence that they're making this run nung binaba nila into a zone defense and depensa nila.
Like we said, they were just 2 out of 12 from beyond the arc. Last game nila. Well, after making their 2 threes early in the first quarter, nanlamig na sila dito. 35-25. Felix, they swing it. Carlos Strong, high arcing jumper, left it short. Fight for the ball. And Felix comes out of the pack. 10 seconds, ala shot clock. Strong, kick out, the drive. Last second drop, and Carlos Strong just persistent para sa PIC.
He's at the right place at the right time. 11 points for Carlos Strong off the bench.
Dare I say, parang mas kamukha niya si Darius Miles.
Darius Miles.
Diba?
Kulang na lang yung ipukpok yung headband niya pagka-shot, no?
But his game has really blossomed here for PIC. Meanwhile, Harabejos kick out. Antion, the Pinoy step.
Mahaba nung Pinoy step ni Antion, using every inch of his wingspan and his foot length to get that bucket.
Mabasa 10 kalamangan dito ng PIC under 3 minutes ago in the second period. Buenaventura is back. Felix, hindi sila nagkaintindihan ni Mercado. Toralba forcing the issue. And he will head to the line.
After a really good start dito para kay Stephen Toralba. He's been struggling from the field. Maybe these 2 free throws will get him on track.
Had those 5 early points in the first quarter to Steven Toralba. Starting things off with a 27-point outing against PCU. Follow that up with a 17.5 rebound outing naman against PMI. Pero yun nga, no, against St. Catherine, although nanalo naman sila, just 4 out of 7 from the field but added 6 rebounds and 5 assists. We have a timeout on the floor. Lamang dito ang PIC, 37-29. PIC taking control of this ball game, up by 8:37-29. Muli po, Ken Pangilinan, Coach Mark Dandan, Angelica Sarmiento ang inyong kasama. The last game ng ating Wednesday offering. Also probably a battle of contenders. Antion gets fouled after coming up with a steal. 2 minutes and 25 seconds left. Nitura to trigger. Soriano at the controls. Toralba on the right side. Getting past Felix. Fadeaway jumper. Can't get that one to fall. And Antion, actually he's doing a massive job at the boards but gets called rather for a traveling violation.
He's working very hard there, but just unfortunate turnover there. Mali lang yung bagsak niya.
PIC protecting this 8-point lead. Under 2 minutes left in the first half. At the post, Buenaventura. Cross court, Mercado. Bernaldo for 3, short. Another rebound by PIC. Pacalejas pulls up, gets it in.
What a pass! What a pass!
Nitura trying to locate Toralba. Now Inigo up top. Drives right. Goes up. Gets the basket. Plus a foul. Inigo Nitura. Just flexing his muscles on that last drive. Gaya ng binanggit natin, Coach Mark, no? 6 siblings, lahat po atleta. The older brother of Cyrus Nitura, who was a standout for Perpetual, now transferring to Mapua. Toralba, hindi pa rin makabutas.
It's been that kind of half. He does have 7 points, pero 5 dun. First 3 minutes ang laro natin.
Yeah. They come up with a steal, though, Nitura. Pushing the pace, the drop. Hinahanap niya talaga si Toralba kanina pa eh.
Alam niya na kailangan makakita ni Toralba ng basket na pumasok. And that's a good teammate for you.
Yeah. One of the veteran guys for RTU. Now trying to intercept that pass. Almost. Bernaldo recovers. Buenaventura high off the glass and in.
Sakit nun because you work so hard defensively. Almost got a steal. And at the last second, allow a layup to go in.
41-33, back to an 8-point lead. 34 seconds left. PIC already over the limit. So Jeff Antion at the line. One guy that I haven't seen is Kirby Escoto.
Not here today.
Yeah.
Sabi nga ni Angelica. Escoto and a bunch of their big guys. So it's been up to Antion, Nitura, Daet, and the rest of the second unit, the third guys on the bench to pick up the slack here.
Dynamic backcourt din kasi sila ni Toralba, no? To si Escoto.
Ang masakit dito kay Kirby Escoto, multi-position yun eh. Yung height niya mukha siyang big but he can play outside. Pwede siya maging parang point forward pag nag-off the ball si Stephen Toralba. So he's such a weapon para kay Coach Mandel Martires.
sorely missed. They're down by 7. Buenaventura thought he was fouled. Did not continue to keep the ball in bounds. Parang si Nituro ngayon is kind of like playing yung position ni Escoto.
No. And he's been doing a good job so far.
Toralba, last shot time for RTU. Rejecting that ball screen, in and out. Lays it up and in. Stephen Toralba able to shake off the Commandos. And clearly, ito si Bernaldo not aware of the game clock. And that will signal the end of the second quarter. And RTU down by 5 at the end of the first half. At the half, lamang po ang PIC Commandos. 41-36 over the RTU Blue Thunders. And Coach Mark, itong RTU had an early lead in the first quarter. Pero ito nga ang PIC, no, bridging the first and the second quarters, had that massive run and never looked back.
And they did that because of their defense. They forced some turnovers here. RTU already has 8, which PIC has converted into 16 points from turnovers. Pero yung masakit dito for RTU are the fast break points, 12-3 for the Commandos. That's why they have this 5-point lead. It was as high as 13. Nababa lang ng RTU dito towards the end of the second quarter. But PIC is shooting 65% from the field. So defensively, RTU is not getting it done. Kaya 41 points at the half itong Commandos.
Toralba with that impressive finish. But he is tightly guarded here as we look at the numbers. You've mentioned that high shooting clip nitong PIC, Coach Mark.
And not just that, the points in the paint, 24 points. Ang dami nilang layup. 87% from the field. And 18 rebounds as well as the bench points. 28 bench points for PIC. Mostly because Felix, Clarete, and Strong all came off the bench. And the Strong leading the way with 9 points para dito sa PIC Commandos. On the other side, Stephen Toralba, despite his struggles, has 13 points to lead the way for the Blue Thunder.
Speaking of leading the way, Carlos Strong. Look at those numbers coming off the bench. Nag-iba talaga yung complexion ng laro nung pumasok ito si Carlos Strong as well as Marvin Felix.
Nag-iba yung energy nung PIC Commandos. You saw there's a lot more bounce in their step. The ball was moving better. The extra passing was right there. But again, in their game against Arandia, they led 35 out of the possible 40 minutes of that game, only to lose control towards the end game. Can they sustain itong play style nila? Pinapakita nila dito ng first half.
Hailing from Quezon, ito si Carlos Strong. Trying to emulate ito si Shade Gilgis Alexander. And we want to greet itong si from PIC, you got their administrator Lee Young Okwon. And again, Lee Young Okwon, the PIC administrator in attendance. 안녕하세요. 감사합니다. Nawindang si Coach Mark.
Multilingual ka pala, Ken.
Medyo lang.
Medyo lang.
But alam mo, speaking of Korea, no, lagi akong fan ng brand of basketball ng Korea.
Akala ko Korean novela sabihin mo.
Ay, kasama na din yun, Coach. Well, since basketball pinag-uusapan natin
Okay,
yun,
okay.
siyempre relate natin dun. And we're just about to start the third quarter. It's good to have that support from the upper management if
that's true.
these players who are playing.
For a team or a basketball program to be successful, yung support system mo from your school administrator or school officers has to be there. Hand in hand yun eh.
Now they begin the third, attempting a three, no good. Mercado is in with Atlas. Also have Marvin Felix. That shot clanking off the rim. Buenaventura and Antion fighting for it. And Antion emerges. Clarete is also part of the starting five. Itong PIC. Meanwhile, for RTU, you got Serrano, Daet, Antion, Toralba, and Nitura.
Nitura's numbers might not reflect it. In 13 minutes of play, he has 3 points and 3 rebounds and an assist. But he's doing a great job being a leader para dito sa team niya.
Atlas. Again, that was Nitura with that solid stand on D. Daet, susugod. Antion just wrestling for that rock. Nitura swings it. Toralba, tightly guarded. Stephen against Mercado. 4 seconds left. Toralba hoist one up. Rattles in and out. Soriano. Oh, telegraph pass. Mercado gets the ball back. Clarete, short stab is good.
And that hurts because RTU spent so much energy getting second, third opportunities na hindi nila ma-convert. And PIC just one pass and makes a basket.
Pito ang kalamangan ni Tura. No hesitation. Drills in that 3.
I see the resemblance now na sa magkakapatid ng mga Nitura.
Oo, magkakamukha eh.
Yung pag-shoot tapos yung takbo pababa, pareho.
Pareho din.
Oo.
Magkakamukha talaga. Hindi mo magkakaila talaga. Magkakapatid talaga itong mga to. Felix kick out. 3-point shot by Atlas. Nitura snares his 4th board. The release pass. Antion. Inside. Nabasa ni Buenaventura. Able to foil that shot. 43-39. Mabasa 4 ang kalamangan dito ng PIC.
Antion wanted that Pinoy step again. Pero naabangan na siya ni Buenaventura on that time.
Biggest lead for PIC was at 13 points. Felix inside. Challenging the defense of Nitura. This is a 17-4 run for the Blue Thunders.
And that attack by Felix started from the bad closeout of Stephen Toralba. Compounded pa na sinubukan pa niya mag-back tap. Hindi niya na naharangan yung atake nitong si Felix, resulting in a foul for Nitura.
Was the best player of the game in their win against PLP. 20 points, 3 rebounds, 3 assists. Ito si Marvin Felix. Fun matchup between him and Toralba. Splitting his charities. Balik sa 5 kalamangan ng PIC. Almost 3 minutes gone by in the 3rd quarter. Nitura popping out there was inside they go. Antion the basket plus a foul.
What a pass by Nitura to Antion. Kanina pa natin nakikita yun. Hinahanap talaga ni Nitura yung mga teammate niya, and right there on the money for Antion, and one opportunity for the big guy.
Bonus shot for Jeff Antion. Double-double last game nila. Mabasa 2 ang kailangan na lang habulin dito ng RTU. Clarete receives it. Felix nagmamadali. Oh, that shot clanking off the rim. Fight for the ball. Felix was pushed by Trinidad. Jacob Trinidad, the guilty party there. Pasok ulit sa loob. Itong si James Bidol. 44-42. Felix able to receive the pass. Toralba. 10 seconds sa shot clock nitong PIC. You just tuned in earlier. We saw Aranya fall to the AUF Great Danes. That was a match that was highly emotional.
Very emotional.
Marvin Felix though able to float that shot up and in. 46-42. PIC at the moment just able to weather the storm of the Blue Thunders. Nitura from the left side, no. Buenaventura comes out of the pack. Bidol receiving that pass. Attacks the paint. Nahuling winasiwas dun si Toralba.
Bidol having a quiet game after big game against Aranda, 23 points off the bench at that. But so far, RTU has done the work. Slowly but surely, binaba na yung lamang. This was 13 points in the height of that big run by PIC in the 2nd quarter.
Toralba at 13 in the first half. Proles spins. The rebound controlled by PIC. Felix playing point guard duty now. Clarete again, same spot, same result.
Piso-piso lang
Oo.
itong si Clarete. No, hindi mo kailangan gawan ng play. Lalaglagan mo lang siya and he knows what to do with the basketball.
So yung tira niya, line drive medyo matulis.
Pwede kang magsampay.
Nitura using that pick. Toralba puts one up. Can't get it to fall. Proles, the shimmy, the fadeaway. No! Toralba again. And that was a tough-looking jumper right there from Stephen Toralba.
And that's the scorer's mentality for Stephen Toralba. Despite missing his usual shots, gagawa lang niya ng paraan. Another back tap.
Felix got away with a double dribble. Instead, Clarete na naman!
Sukat na sukat eh.
Oo.
Di ba? Sukat na sukat na ni Clarete yung ring dito sa Central Recreation and Fitness.
Lost art na yan ganyan, yung mga 10 to 12 foot jumpers, no?
Awkward pa naman yung distansyang ganyan eh. Hindi mo alam kung i-jump shot mo, if-floater mo siya.
Bidol, susugurin yung depensa ni Nitura pero matatawagan siya ng traveling.
Yan yung tinatawag natin na Yugo step. Dati legal, ngayon bawal na. So you can't jump and land on the same foot. Made famous by Richie Rivero.
50-44. EIC protecting a 6-point lead. RTU on their offensive attack. They swing it to Jacob Trinidad. Back rims it. Felix will be clipped by Stephen Toralba.
Now, BIC is a bit lucky here because open itong mga 3-point shots na RTU did, just not making it after a good rate nung first quarter. They were 3 out of 6 in the first quarter but they finished the first half 3 out of 12. So bumaba talaga yung percentage nila.
Ito si Lumiktin, every time tatanggap, basta may green light, bubukol niya talaga eh.
Basta alam mo yung trabaho mo. Ang utos ni coach sa'yo, pag libre tira, what better words to hear from your coach?
Lisensyado. RTU, a chance to cut this lead back to 4. Nitura, big boy rebound, gets it up and in! And one.
All-around game from Nitura, doing it from the outside earlier, hitting a 3, issuing passes. Now this time, doing the dirty work underneath the basket. And one opportunity for Nitura.
Completing that 3-point play, and Nitura just piling up the numbers here for RTU. Bidol to Clarete. Almost intercepted there. Ball will stay on the side of BIC. And Coach Erickson of Lux will ask for time. They are just up by 3, 50-47. Back with us here inside the Central Recreation and Fitness Center in Barangay New Era, Quezon City. This is the Far East Basketball League. Kami naman, BIC with a 3-point lead. Bidol in traffic. That shot will not fall. Toralba will head to the line for 2 free throws. Sorry, that was Trinidad. My mistake. Jacob Trinidad.
2 free throws for Jacob Trinidad.
Pasok yung una. Ito ni Jacob Trinidad. RTU in their last game against St. Catherine. Sila yung lamang almost all the way. Had that 14-point lead after 6 unanswered points to pull away late in that game against the Wildcats. Ngayon naman, sila'y naghahabol. Down by just 1. Paralejas, Bidol, from beyond the arc, no. Ball will stay on the side of PIC.
Yan yung problema pag jump shot yung tira mo from mid-range. No? Nag-iiba pagdating sa 3 points. So hindi pa consistent itong tira ni Bidol.
Pakalehas sa bandang kaliwa. Crossover. Clarete. This time a bit far. And that results into a miss. Trinidad, the up fake. Inside against Clarete. And now RTU retaking the lead.
And that's the work RTU has done. Slowly but surely, hindi isang malaking run eh. Hinahandahan nila itong lamang ng PIC.
Unti-unti, no? Just chipping away at that gap. Shot on its way. It doesn't work. Antion corrals it. Nitura playing point forward behind the back. The bounce pass inside. Kick out, Trinidad. Antion, susugod. Again, just moving the rock. RTU, textbook offense right there.
And from that point, when they were down 13, I mentioned ni Ate SEC, the replay here, the great extra pass to Antion. And another Pinoy, mini Pinoy step by Antion. Going back to my point, nung lumamang na namaga ng 13 points, lamang nitong PIC, to RTU started playing with a lot of force, especially defensively with this pressure. Nag-iba yung timpla ng laro, and again, dahan-dahan, nabawi yung lamang. Now they're up 4.
And I feel like Inigo Nitura has been a catalyst during this run. And just pushing the pace. Especially, no, when he gets that rebound, siya na rin nagbababa. Siya na rin nagtitimon para sa kanila. And now, they have a 4-point lead. De Guzman off to the races. What a move! High off the glass and in! That whirling dervish from the diminutive guard of RTU. Let's take a look at that one more time. What a move galing dito kay De Guzman.
But
56-50.
the bench stepping up now para dito sa RTU. As I say that, almost a turnover. Almost.
51 seconds left.
A 10-0 run here by RTU.
De Guzman. Escaping Villanueva. Pulls up. Left it short. Rebound Buenaventura. Paralejas. The drop. Another steal. Antion. Nahanap si Proles. Prancing and dancing and converting.
Ito na yung big run na hinahanap natin from RTU coming here late in the third. 12-0 so far and forcing another turnover.
Proles. The up fake. Gets whacked. 13 seconds left. This was, like you said, a 50-46 lead for PIC earlier. Now, 12 unanswered points for RTU. Ever since PIC had a 13-point lead, they have been outscored nitong RTU 38-15. A 23-point turnaround.
Then you have to credit the pressure defense nitong RTU. You know, at the start, hindi naman nila pinipilit na mag-turnover itong PIC. But slowly and surely, yung pressure napapagod, nabubugbog yung mga guardian ng PIC, leading to these turnovers.
I sound like a broken record, but again, yung force, no? And again, this is Nitura able to get that block. Proles medyo minadali lang.
May oras pa yun.
Actually, had a decent shot to put up a good attempt. But nonetheless, what a run. A 14-0 run to close out the third quarter for the RTU Blue Thunders. They lead by 10, 60-50 at the end of the third. Just about to start the fourth quarter between RTU and PIC. And that third quarter barrage by the Blue Thunders, Coach Mark, have propelled themselves to this 10-point lead, 60-50. Again, the 23-point turnaround. They once trailed by as many as 13 points in the second quarter. Playing with pace, playing with a lot of force, and playing with poise, Coach Mark.
Poise indeed, and Serrano, hindi niya minadali. Using his pivots, finding some space on that fadeaway. Biggest lead now for RTU at 12.
Clarete, Buenaventura, Bidol, Felix, and also the 5 on the floor para dito sa PIC as Clarete nababantayan na yung mga 10 to 12 foot jump shots niya dito. Aquino is also in for PIC. Sa panig naman ng RTU, you've got Serrano, Soriano, De Guzman. Itong si Harabejo and also Jetro Daet. So if you're PIC, this is a good opportunity for them to counter with a run of their own.
Nice. Strangely enough, hindi pa natin nakikita si Carlos Strong dito sa second half.
Yeah, exactly.
Siya yung catalyst ng run ng PIC no first half.
Rebound controlled by Serrano. Afterthought na siya dito in the second half. Talking about to si Carlos Strong. I wonder if he's nursing an injury. Saddled off the bench. And PIC suddenly having trouble putting the ball in the hole. A stark contrast naman on the side of RTU.
Now this is bridging the last two quarters, 18-0.
Yeah. Larete, the up fake. The cut inside. That's a good, better offense para dito sa PIC.
Great read there by James Bidol. Hitting that 45 cut to receive the drop pass from Clarete.
Stopping that 18-0 blast nitong RTU. Libre sa tres, Daet. Rebound control by Clarete. Felix pushing in the pace. Aquino to Bidol. The shimmy for shot. Oh, James Bidol making something out of nothing.
At this point, you'll take what you can get if you're PIC. What a shot by Bidol. Jordanesque.
Yeah. 4 straight points for James Bidol. Down to a 10-point lead. Again, if you're PIC, it's how you battle adversity. Remember, in their last game, they were already up by 6 points early in the fourth quarter. Tapos pinamigay nila yung kalamangan sa Arandia. A bit of a same story here. Mas maaga lang yung naging comeback dito ng RTU. But good news for them, still a lot of basketball left. As we approach the 7-minute mark of the fourth, Marvin Felix. Aquino for 3, short. Not a good possession there on the side of PIC. Proles, the cut, Toralba, easy pickings.
And that was a great call by Coach Mandel, immediately putting his first 5 nung naka 4 straight points itong si Bidol.
Clarete, wala.
Second layup he's missed here.
Nitura gets the board. Trinidad. The drop inside, Antion, tough angle. May foul na tinawag laban dito sa PIC.
Great cut there by Toralba, reading the play well. Nobody locating the body. Easy layup.
6 minutes and 24 seconds left. Finally, we see Carlos Strong back in. 2 shots for Jeff Antion, who's actually doing a good job at the free throw line.
Oh, ikaw nagsabi niyan, ha? Hindi ako.
I'm just stating facts. Sige, tingnan natin. Mate-testing.
4 out of 5 siya ngayon.
Oh, diba?
5 out of 6.
83% Jeff Antion. 68-54. This lead has ballooned to 14. Francisco on the elbow. Carlos Strong. Oh, and the offense of PIC in disarray. Meanwhile, Torralba, actually, kakampi niya yung nakabanggaan niya dun. But ball will swing over to the side of the Commandos. Exactly 4 minutes gone by in the fourth. Strong to Francisco. PIC has hit a wall here in the second half. Could only muster up 11 points. Sorry, check that. 13 points.
Pinag-uusapan natin ng halftime conversation how offense was not a problem for PIC. They shot 65% from the field. Right now, bumaba na yan. Bumaba to 51. And we say bumaba kasi nga galing ng 65. And to nobody's surprise, they're down 14.
And they continue to miss at the line. Itong PIC. In the third quarter, they were just 4 out of 15 from the field. So perhaps yung law of averages din, no? Caught up on the side of PIC. Very deceiving kasi yan eh. You know, on the surface, as a coach, you love that you're shooting at a high clip, pero you know, something's gotta give. And yun na nga yung nangyari for PIC here in the second half. Especially with RTU, like we said, playing with pace, playing with a lot of force. Sometimes that's all you need. You know, that change of pace as Bidol forcing that shot up. Tapi ka ng bola, Nitura na naman. Forward pass. Proles again. And Nitura just doing everything for RTU. 70-54, biggest lead para dito sa RTU Blue Thunders.
Another great pass by the point forward, Nitura, forcing PIC to another timeout.
Just the turnaround for RTU here in the second half. Trailed by as many as 13 points. Now find themselves up by 16, 70-54. PIC could only muster 13 points here in the second half. Proles comes out of the pack. Trinidad fakes. Balik kay Proles. Inside they go. Torralba, easy shot inside.
Great passing by the Blue Thunder there. Proles is one guy who's played very well dito sa second half.
Biggest lead, 18 points. Bidol draws closer. Using his left hand. Wala pa din. Tapi ka ng bola. Ball will stay with the PIC Commandos.
Galing nung balance ni Torralba dun, no? Just to try and save the ball.
Felix pulls up from beyond the arc. And PIC beginning to force shots. Bidol, another contested jumper. Nitura grabbing another rebound. Torralba controls it. Good job protecting that rock. Finds Nitura. He cuts inside. Nahanap si Antion but can't convert. Felix able to leak out, lays it up and in.
Not enough offense here from Miguel Felix. He does have 11 points pero hindi mo naramdaman yung impact ng laro niya. Not like his first few games.
Sa first half, particularly in the second quarter, talaga siya namuhunan eh. Meanwhile, high arcing jumper by Trinidad. Wala. Again, Nitura in the fray. Able to give them another possession. Toralba, sasalaksak. Oh, Dipsy 2! What a move! Houdini move from Stephen Toralba. That deserves another look. Stephen Toralba doing magic here.
What? Ball goes one way, then another, plus the finish off balance. And Toralba, Mr. Consistency para sa RTU, 19 points.
Ibang klase. Bouncing back from that 8-point outing. Ito si Stephen Toralba.
What a second half for the RTU Blue Thunder. It was 41-36 at the half. Only 15 points for PIC dito sa second half. Antion playing one hell of a game as well. Itong big three nila, Tura, Antion, and Toralba getting the job done kahit underman sila.
And their games really complement each other, Coach Mark, no?
That's true.
Toralba, that dynamic scorer. Inigo Nitura, that point forward that could do it all for them. Ito naman si Antion, no? That guy that could provide those points and rebounds for the Blue Thunders.
Always at the right place, making the right place.
We're down to our final 2 minutes. PIC. Just 17 points in the second half. What a defensive masterclass by the RTU Blue Thunders. And the main guns of the Commandos had been shackled here in the second half. Ito si Felix, Carlos Strong, Bidol, Clarete, who had those
Three jumpers.
three jumpers from 10 feet, has been silenced here in the fourth quarter. RTU on their way to 3 straight wins as Toralba gets bumped by Clarete. 81 seconds remaining in regulation. Nitura to trigger. Inigo Nitura, like we said, 6 siblings. You could argue that perhaps overshadowed by Cyrus Nitura, na was the Phil Oil 16th preseason Defensive Player of the Year. Played for Perpetual under Coach Mike Sagigit. Then transferred to Mapua. Will play in the NCAA season 101. And also meron din siyang kapatid, no, si Shaina Nitura, na if you're a volleyball fan, I'm sure inaabangan nyo yan for her collegiate debut for the Adamson Lady Falcons. And the UAP volleyball naman, no?
What a family.
What a family indeed.
Diba? I'm sure na kung kunyari, binaliktad mo yung roles nila, pinag-basketball mo yung girls at pinag-volleyball mo yung boys, magaling pa rin sila.
Magaling pa din. Finally, Bidol cashing in from beyond the arc. Perhaps a little too late. Still down by 13, Felix. Trying to bother. Ito si Stephen Toralba. Maniniguro dito ang RTU Blue Thunders. We have a timeout on the floor. As Bidol able to knock this shot down over Stephen Toralba. We'll be right back after this. Oh, a steal here by PIC. Off that timeout as Bidol able to follow up his miss. 5 straight points from James Bidol. PIC trying to make a run. Down by 9.
Foul number 11, Eagle Felix. That's his second. 14 foul.
Not giving up. Itong Commandos. And like we said, judging from their moniker, that's their DNA. And Marvin Felix able to steal the pocket of Stephen Torralba. Merong foul. Away from play. No, it's a technical foul
On?
on their coach. No. Check that. Technical foul nga.
Double foul.
Oh, double foul.
Double foul. Okay. My mistake.
That's his second. Foul number 24.
Another timeout by RTU. PIC making a run down by just 7 with 30 seconds left. Just when you thought that RTU will come out with a win, PIC roaring back. I was just about to declare that this was a foregone conclusion. 27 seconds left. RTU protecting a 7-point lead. Almost another interception. Nitura dancing against Bidol. Steps back. Oh, what a pass!
What a pass! The icing on the cake for an excellent game from Antonio Tura.
Inigo Nitura just doing it all.
Foul number 5, John Proles.
Look at that. Almost a jump shot. Psych! Drop pass to Proles for the layup.
6 seconds.
Napudol yung depensa doon ng PIC. Carlos Strong. Bidol from the left side. No. And that will do it for our ball game.
Ladies and gentlemen,
RTU had to climb back from a 13-point deficit in the second quarter and a strong second half from the Blue Thunders have propelled them to this very important win over the PIC Commandos. And your thoughts on this match between these two contenders, Coach Mark?
Really a character-building win for RTU. Despite missing key players like Kirby Scotto, you had guys like Inigo Nitura stepping up, as well as our possible best player of the game, Jeff Antion, filling up the stat sheet. He finished with 11 points, 7 rebounds, 3 assists, 3 steals, and 2 blocks. So, lahat pinuno. Kung fantasy yan, first round draft pick.
Grabe. Coming off a double-double performance. Another superb showing para dito kay Antion. And again, just doing work on the glass and also scoring inside. Kasama niya ngayon si Angelica Sarmiento. But eto nga, before that player of the game interview, nakikita natin na itong PIC suffering their second loss. They had a good start, Coach Mark, but unable to just sustain their momentum in the second half.
Deja vu all over again para dito sa PIC Commandos. Excellent start to the game, but kinapos dito sa second half. Their offense stalling outside of that 11-0 run dito sa last minute or so.
Ngayon, punta na natin si Angelica.
At kasama ko na ngayon ang ating best player, Jeff Antion, for the second time. Congratulations for being the best player of the game. You scored 13 points, 9 rebounds, and 3 assists. So, Jeff, congratulations. And in the first half lamang ang Commandos. Pero after the next half, na-overcome nyo ito at naipanalo nyo ang game. So, ano yung binago nyo sa sistema nyo para magawa ito?
Binago namin sa sistema namin, nagsumunod lang kami sa mga coaches namin yung mga instruction nila para maiwasan namin yung error para mabawi namin yung mga turnovers namin sa puntos.
At sabi ko nga, you are the best player for a reason. Sa tingin mo naman, ano ang contribution mo for this game?
Ang contribution ko for this team, sipag, tsaka yung pakikinig sa mga kuya, kala ko yung Nits, kala ko yung Stephen na mag-focus lang daw, lalo sa mga coaches namin, kay Coach TJ, tsaka kay Coach Mandel.
And now, this is your time para batian ang magpasalamat sa kahit sino.
Binabati yung mga po pala, buong RTU team, tsaka kala Coach Mandel, tsaka shoutout din po pala sa family ko, kala Tita Che, kala Tita Jeng, kala Tito, Tita Mayan, tsaka sa girlfriend ko kay Danica, advance happy birthday. Tsaka shoutout din po pala kala Sir, Tita Cha, Tropang Hitman, tsaka kala Ninang Beck, tsaka Ninang Rodel. Ilan po.
Thank you so much. Once again, our best player of the game, Jeff Antion. Back to you, gentlemen.
Thank you so much, Angelica, and congratulations to the RTU Blue Thunders winning their third straight game on behalf of Coach Mark Dandan, Angelica Sarmiento, and Sports Ground Manila. Ako po si Ken Pangalinan. This is the Far East Basketball League. Kami naman.
Ikaw na lang.